Hello and welcome to another A24 Vibe discussion, everyone. Tonight we're going to be delving into, arguably, what A24 made their bones off of, and that's the world of cult classic cinema. As we're a podcast that reviews A24 films, and many of their most famous films were not initially commercially successful, yet have quite the cult following to them today. My name's Eric Kiska, and I'll be your host tonight, and we start out every episode telling you what we're drinking. I'm drinking an apple cider on the rocks. Kelley, what are you drinking?
My drink's not on the rocks, but I am having just a glass of red wine for this episode. Feels culty, feels classic. Kevin, what are you drinking?
Good evening, world. It's Kevin K. Kononchek, and tonight I have my favorite fall cocktail. That's right, I am drinking a Downtown Toodaloo Rock and Rye and apple cider. So that's rye whiskey, sweetened with rock candy, poured over a rock of ice with cider. So it's absolutely flippin' delicious. And it's made in La Crosse, Wisconsin. So pretty cool there, too. Cole, what you drinking? Oh, did you already say? I don't remember.
No. It's Cole William Whitlock Gibson. I am drinking some real strong Scotch whiskey. It's how do you pronounce this again, Kevin? The Lagavulin. Lagavulin. Yeah, the Nick Opperman edition. Lagavulin. So that's what I'm drinking.
It tastes like straight charcoal.
Yep. I need to feel something today.
Had a rough day?
Yeah.
I'm having one currently. Remember Alaska time? It's like 4 o'clock over there right now. He's drinking scotch.
Who said that?
Kelley, can you can we take a quick pause? Can you say EA challenge everything, but in a whisper voice for him?
EA. Wait, hang on. EA challenge everything.
No, they're like the old school.
Yeah, it was challenge everything, and then it became EA. It's in the game.
Challenge
wait.
I think
everything.
that's only for the sports ones.
Exactly.
And then the
Go
other
back and
ones
play
are
the original Harry Potter on the PS2.
I am apparently not a big enough fan.
And you will find out what EA used to stand for. Okay,
You'll find out what it means to challenge everything.
A24 on the rocks.
Before we get into the blind ranking portion of this podcast, I want to ask each of you, what do you consider a cult classic? There is no wrong answer here. This is a completely subjective question. But leading up to this podcast, we had quite the discussion on what is considered a cult classic. So, Kelley, let's start with you. What makes a movie a cult classic?
Cult classic to me means people still love and talk about it today, and I also think that costuming is kind of important. These are the movies that people dress up for as Halloween, that they get tattoos of, that they find whole communities based on their shared love of the movie, that they have art of in their house on it. But I think the huge part for me as somebody who also likes to dress up for things that I love, it's the costuming and it's the community that is circled around the movie.
So you'd consider Marvel a cult classic?
I honestly, with that being my way that I would frame it,
wrong answers.
I'm loosey-goosey on it. I would say
You'd
sure.
consider Spider-Man No Way Home a cult classic?
I feel
If
like
people
Eric
only
is making
loved
it.
that movie.
Yeah, Eric's pushing you to a
If people
corner.
only loved
Fight
that
back.
movie.
Fight back.
If they like
Okay.
Spider-Man as a thing, that's a pop culture thing. But if everybody was like, I like that movie, that's good. I would be a cult classic fan in the fact that I only like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies more than all the rest. There's a reason behind
this is
that.
where I have a problem with. I think that cult classic
Wrong answers.
it initially cannot be popular. It has to be not popular at first. It can't have made much money at first, and then as it progressed, it started making a lot more money, either on video / streaming, or maybe a year after the movie came out.
Yeah, you
such
told me
as
no wrong
Rocky Horror
answers,
Picture
so why are
Show.
you lamenting me like this in front of
Well,
everybody?
no, it's a discussion. Embrace debate.
I disagree that you have to put any sort of quantifier whatsoever on what someone considers a cult classic, even in the realm of talking about it from a cinematic perspective. I think that the following and the fandom and the relationship with the film is much more important than whether or not it was monetarily successful before or after. I'm not going to go through this list one by one and look at what their first box offices were. And you are absolutely right that the majority of the things on my list become popular based on their fandom. But I don't think it's a qualifier. I don't think you have to say the only cult classics can ever be failures and then they become successful. I think that limits it and puts it into too small of a square, when it's truly, like Kelley said, about the people that watch the film, that take it in, and because they continue to go back to it time after time after time, that's what makes a cult classic for me. They have a following, they have a cult, and that is the most literal definition that I can put on it, is that there's a following for the film one way or another, and that film is oftentimes, like you said, poor and then becomes famous.
Okay. Cole, what do you think is a cult classic?
I think it's movies about the occult.
Okay.
I can't wait to see what you
Oh yeah, your
talk
entire
about
list is
this
Rosemary's
episode.
Baby, and just a whole bunch of like
Yeah.
all weird offs. Is that movie even about occults? I just pulled it out of my head. I don't think I've even seen that.
Yeah, that's an occult.
Oh,
Occult
good.
movie.
Baby,
Cult enough.
Wicker Man,
Well, there's definitely
everything
movies.
else Cole
Yeah,
put
Wicker
on his
Man
list.
is considered a cult classic, actually. On
The whole thing is
like
cults.
on IMDb. So we did look at an IMDb top 100 list to kind of, we wanted to get a general vibe of what most people consider cult classics too, because I have A24 films on this list, and they might be too recent for some people to be considered cult classics, but I would consider A24 in general, like the film studio, to have a cult following behind it, but also it fits the classic kind of narrative for me of it was not successful. A lot of the films in A24 weren't successful at first and then ended up becoming successful. So, I don't know. That's still what I consider a cult classic. But we can veto people in this blind ranking, which, let me get to the rules right now. So as the title of the episode says, we're going to blind rank our top 12 favorite cult classic films. And this is still a movie draft, but I have a random number generator that goes 1 through 12. So our draft order will go me, Kelley, Kevin, then Cole, as that's the order that we host our podcast in. And in the end, we will each contribute 3 films to this top 12 list. I will start out this draft by generating a random number for myself. It could be anywhere from 1 through 12. Let's say it lands on 4. In that case, I will give what I think is the 4th best cult classic film of all time. But here's the caveat. Each of my co-hosts here have 1 veto, so they can veto my film and make me pick a completely different film at number 4. This film is not off the table for other rankings in the top 12. It's just off the table for that number. So I will remind my co-hosts here that they have only 1 veto, so use it wisely.
Man, I got a really specific film in mind for number 6, so nobody better, throw that one out
A
there.
perfect, halfway.
So we could really ruin your day if you
50%.
get 6.
Right, I
think
just got this number
everything's
6.
going your way.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a top or bottom film, but I could be wrong. This whole thing is a little foreign to me, but I'm here for it.
Well, so after I choose my movie, each of my co-hosts will say what they think of my selection. They can veto my pick or not veto my pick, maybe still just make a general gripe about it, or they can compliment my pick if they so feel. Kelley?
They can compliment my pick. Feel free.
Nice feel.
Feel
Yeah,
free.
Good
If
job.
If I
Tell
hold
me I
my
did a good
veto
job.
throughout the whole 12, I hold my veto, I never use it, then once all of 12 is up there, can I use my veto to shift final results?
You can to
A
just
little white
maybe,
elephant
to
action?
completely reorganize the whole list.
No. Like, take one and another and swap them.
Interesting. I feel it's a lot of power for a veto, though. A veto
It
should just be
is.
Okay, let's do.
a stopgap.
Yeah,
But tell
let's
that
do
to
a
the
general
president.
vote here. I vote no on that.
I also vote no on that. I
Okay.
think that's too much power to be like, I really dislike
too
certain
much
movies,
power.
so I'm going to take it from this
All right,
point
Colt,
and put it
three-
all the way
3 to
down
1.
here.
You're outnumbered there. Sorry, Kelley.
If you don't like where a movie's placed, use your veto at the time that it's placed there. Is my
guess
opinion,
so.
I suppose.
The men have decided.
Yep, they sure have, as they always do. I wasn't gonna say it.
No, I am putting my hands up if this comes on the air. I have no. Cole, that was mean.
And
I would hope
funny.
our
Just
listeners
call it a
know.
spade here, bud.
True.
Oh, that's sad.
Either way, then, after I make my pick, people tell me it's shit, but they don't veto it for some reason. Then we go to the next person in the draft, and that
Because
would
we
be
only
Kelley.
have one, so your whole list could be shit, and we want to veto the whole fucking thing. We only get one of them, so
Yeah.
here we are.
I mean, some blind rankings go 2 vetoes. I only wanted 1. I thought that,
And with 12, that means we each pick 3?
Yes.
So, yeah, I'll get to
Thanks,
that.
arithmetic.
But,
Yeah, math
so
done good for me.
I would have just picked number 4. And so number 4 would be off the table now. And the draft order then goes to Kelley. And then I will randomly generate another number. Let's say it gets to number 10. She will then pick what she thinks is the 10th best cult classic film of all time. And then we will go next in the order to Kevin, random generate that number. And, obviously each of these numbers will be off the list after a film is chosen. And that means we will end up with a complete blind ranking because we're kind of going all over the 1 through 12 spectrum here. And as the numbers dwindle down, other strategies may evolve, as someone might want to put a movie on this top 12 list, but they may know that the number 1 through 3 spots are taken, so they will want to put a film on this list even if it's well below where they initially would have ranked it, and they might end up putting it at 11 or something. You never know. That's where strategies come into play. Sound kosher? Good, bada bing, bada boom? Do we understand?
Bing, bada boom.
Yes,
think I'll
sir.
get it as we go
Aye, aye,
along.
Captain.
Okay, so... All right, well, let's start blindly ranking films. Do you want me to share my screen? Do you trust me?
I trust you.
What are you going to share on your screen?
The
random number generator.
random number generator.
My open rectum. No, yeah, I don't need to see that.
You don't need to see my...
I trust you.
Okay.
I don't need to see either. I'm good.
Nope,
I've
no
shown you
gaping
my
anuses on this show,
colonoscopy
please.
results before anyway, so... All right. Let's spin it. I'm number 1 here. Or I'm going number 1.
You
I'm
are
picking
number 1.
First. Picking first.
Number 1 in my head and heart.
Spin! I'm at 6, I think.
Ah, damn it! I wanted 6!
All right, remove choice. All right, 6.
Son of a bitch!
Right away.
Interesting.
Immediately ruined Kevin's whole
My whole
plan.
thing's gone. All fucking gone to hell.
All right, so I was between a couple here, but this one I just think has more of a cult following because I've got a few right in a row in the middle here, but I know that I won't end up probably getting 5 or 7. So I'm going to pick the 2019 A24 cult classic, literal cult classic too, Midsummer, as the number 6 pick
No spoilers.
on our top 12 cult classics. And
Yeah, we got to stay spoiler
no
free.
spoilers, we'll say that out front. I just really love this film. Combines horror, literal cults, and I don't think it was very successful at first, so that follows that with me, but it's also like just an all-time A24 favorite. I feel like it's one of the most talked about movies of the last 5 years. If you go to horror conventions, you will see people dress up as the May Queen. You will see people, definitely pull from this film. That's my number 6.
I like this as a number 6. I think it's a good in the middle. I like that it's a more recent movie, so we aren't pulling on the fact that old means more culty. Yeah. And it checks all my boxes of people do dress up as it. Lots of people get tattoos of it. Lots of people have art from the movie. And it's not like you have to necessarily be a great movie in order to be a cult classic, but this is also a great movie. So with all those in check, it'll be interesting with that being the middle divider of what lands above and below. I think that's going to take some more thought. I like it.
As someone outside of the A24 world, until I started this podcast, I was familiar with the name Midsummer, right? So I knew about its existence, and that alone should give me enough credence to be like, yeah, it's got some sort of following. Especially because I knew nothing about it. I still know nothing about it, and I can't wait to watch it. It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. Cole, what do you think of it as a number 6?
Yeah, so it's definitely a part of the cult, so I think it belongs on this list. I'm very happy with it at number 6. I do think that it does not follow Eric's definition of a cult classic.
Why not?
Since it had a budget of $9 million and it grossed $48 million.
That's still not super successful.
What's
Just
your
4
definition of
times
super
the
successful?
budget.
100 million?
Like, yeah, 100 million probably.
Oh,
like
there you
anything over like 70 million. So low budget films are immediately they're easier to make cult classics. Like,
So
okay, it was
if you-
successful in the sense
It
that
cost
it made its
150
money.
million, but it only made 100 million. It's still a success. But if it
No.
made 4 to
No.
5 times its budget,
Well,
it's
actually,
not
so
a
this is
success.
the other thing is like Starship
Oh.
Troopers is
I'm
a
getting
cult
confused.
classic, and that made it, or that didn't make a lot of money, but was made for a lot of money, right? So
You know, Eric,
don't
we're
know.
all agreeing
It's all over the
with
place.
this one, even though it doesn't follow your parameters. So just keep that in consideration when you consider vetoing us in the future.
it was
Hey,
successful.
You say it, girl.
Okay, it was successful. It made its money back. I just don't think it was a box office like
Dig
huge
in
box
that
office
hole,
success.
baby. Dig that hole.
Yeah. All right, yeah, baby. Midsummer,
Yeah,
number
baby.
6. All right, let's go to Kelley. Do you want me to go right into it? Spin it.
Spin it.
Spin that.
All
wheel.
right, spin. And
I'm
you
so scared to get
are
number 1. I don't want
I
that.
know, me too. I do not want it. God, I just you're
Number
gonna shit all
12.
over.
Number
Oh,
12.
Oh,
You're
that's
number
probably
12. It
okay.
actually just grazed right by number 1 and slightly slinked over into number
Christ.
12.
Oh, it's like The Price is Right, or like Wheel of Fortune or some shit.
I think for number 12, I'm going to put forward a 1980s classic, The Breakfast Club.
Okay.
I think that
accept.
this is a nice, good number 12 because for me growing up, this was one of the first movies I saw that I was like, oh, all the feels. And those characters are such archetypes without being complete stereotypes that I think that's why this movie continues to to pass the test of time. I think it's a good movie that stands up. A lot of memes are made of it nowadays here in Metro Detroit. They throw out the different towns that align themselves with each character. It's a good movie and one that you can keep coming back to. I think it's got a moderate following, which puts it good at number 12, and a good movie for lots of discussion, which I think makes it a nice, safe end of the list.
Yeah, I agree.
I would agree. I often do this and then think about Don't Forget About Me as the song blares over the one of my favorite endings of a film maybe ever.
Every
I
time
don't know
Kevin
why
leaves
it's just so
work.
perfect. A perfect freeze frame. Just a I don't love it. Fucking love it. Breakfast Club, great film. Yeah, I have no problem at 12 actually.
I think often about how he's going to give her that hot beef injection.
Yeah.
And, you mess with the bull, you get the horns. There's lots of...
Get the hole.
And fits what I would consider a cult classic because it only made 51 million, even though it was
Thank
a
you.
budget of 1
Every
million.
film we're gonna do this, aren't we? On we have to.
I'm just
Everybody
saying,
have
you
to.
know, it fits my definition.
Google
and
was an accident.
I think it's become much bigger even throughout the years, especially with, I would say, Gen Xers, because Gen Xers love. This is their big high school film that explains their generation. You know,
Explains their entire
Super
generation.
Superbad that's our film. You know,
You're right. No, you're not wrong at all. Absolutely
So-
not at all. And John Hughes, right, is pretty much quintessential.
Ferris Bueller, Breakfast
Right.
Club go hand in hand. I think that's Breakfast Club was John Hughes.
And
right?
he wrote all the National Lampoon, some of the National Lampoon's film, Christmas Vacation, Reginald Vacation.
Yeah, it's
He
John
wrote
Hughes.
Home Alone, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Good
yeah, John
God.
Hughes did some American classics.
Yep.
So
Mr.
Cole,
John
you're good with that one too.
Yeah.
My
No
God.
vetoes used. All right, so right now we have Breakfast Club at 12, Midsummer at 6. Kevin will be
I don't wanna
the
go.
next pick.
Wanna-
You don't want to go?
Someone else can do it.
I will spin.
It's going to be top 3, I know it.
Cole, that is so subtle.
Ooh, 4.
4.
It's close to 6.
All right, I'm just going to go with my list, and that's just what it is. And I'm sorry, but it is what it is. At number 4, I am going with what I consider the most cult classic-y classic that Mr. Quentin Tarantino ever produced, and that would be the 1994 Pulp Fiction. I think that Pulp Fiction itself holds a different standard above other Tarantino films. It kind of has this big air of question about a lot of the themes. We don't really know what's in the case. Everyone wants to know what's behind the Band-Aid. Lots of characters that are really well thought out, put together. There's a big following to that theme, to that movie in general. I don't know. It sticks out for me in the list. It's just really fucking well done. I think it is a big reason that Quentin Tarantino is the name that he is in Hollywood. I mean, he's done a lot of other great things, obviously, but this movie, I think, is top of the peak for me when it comes to him. And that's where I put it. So, number 4.
Kelley, what do you think?
Of all Tarantino films, this is, as Kevin said, the quintessential. I think if anyone's a Tarantino fan, and I think everyone who's a film fan at least has a familiarity with Tarantino, and even if they don't like him or all of his movies, there is respect for Pulp Fiction. And I think the respect for Pulp Fiction comes from the characters and from the way that the whole movie is pieced together. And I think there's a reason why even Eric and myself have dressed up as those characters for Halloween before. So I'm very happy with this being number 4. I was surprised that this was a cult classic. I always thought that it was because of the success that I've known it to have all growing up. I thought that it was always a successful movie. So even though it might not pass the box office success rate, this is like the entry, I think, for a lot of people into like how much fun some movies can be. And I think
indie cinema, I would say.
Yeah, an indie cinema and like crazy color and like, you know, just like outside the norm. So I'm happy with this being above the 6. I'm happy with it 4.
Good. I don't mean to cuff, but I have memories. Sorry, Eric. I need to talk about this because I watched this film really young. Like, not really young, but like it was one of the earliest film memories that I have. So like it sticks out for very specific reasons, and all of those things what Kelley just said. So had to insert that.
So this is where my box office caveat comes in, and Pulp Fiction made tons and tons of money. But it is on a lot of cult classic lists, even though I don't agree. Like, I just think that if you've made that much money and with a movie and it was initially very successful too, it probably shouldn't be considered a cult classic. But because it's on so many lists of like best cult classic films of all time, and it goes with these other kind of parameters of people dress up as it also was a low budget film, and it's just really beloved. It's something. It has a huge fan base behind it. I'll allow it at number 4, and I'll save my veto. So, Cole,
thanks, guy.
What do you think?
Cole, will you allow it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's honestly too low, but I'm not gonna veto to hopes to get it higher. So
That's a strategy.
I support where it's at. So I don't want to risk it to have some other weird film make its way too high. So Pulp Fiction's amazing. It's one of the it's amazing. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. What are you doing here?
If you're listening to this and have never seen Pulp Fiction, stop. Finish the episode
priorities
later
are
and go
out of
watch
whack,
it.
but I respect you.
One of us.
All right. Well, so we got Pulp Fiction there at number 4. Breakfast Club was 12. Midsummer 6. Pulp Fiction 4. And this is kind of like the beauty of the blind ranking is that, somebody might have wanted this higher, but because all of these numbers aren't filled out yet, we just got to place it on the list. Kevin just had to place it on the list at 4. So that's kind of where you get the chaos of the blind ranking. There you have it.
I'm so nervous.
Yeah, right, because I'm going to miss out on some of my big movies now because that might be the highest number that I pull.
This might, at 12 was one of, you guys know my favorite one. It's going to try to sneak its way in here, but I didn't feel like 12 was the best for it. We'll see.
Cole.
You might have
Shall I spin for you?
Yeah, go for it, Jen.
Go for it, Jim. Bob was the spinner.
You are number 3.
Ooh.
Top 3.
See, this is one of those things where I'm like, I know what I want to be my number 1, and I don't think anyone else wants it to be their number 1. I also don't think I'm going to get higher than this.
Veto's at the ready.
So, honestly, we'll see.
I'm just going to have to drop it. It's The Thing. It's John Carpenter. It's the quintessential, B-horror movie. It checks all the boxes, even Eric's, budgetary constraints.
It does. Not budgetary, box office.
It does. He says.
It's I love this movie. I mean, if you've listened to probably 1 out of every 2 episodes, I bring it up and just talk about how amazing it is and how no other film will ever scratch the surface of The Thing. So it's my number one, but I it's got to get on the list, and if it goes below, I'm gonna be sad. And if anyone vetoes it, I'll just leave. I'm real close to breaking, guys.
Because I'm about to break. Drink some more scotch, buddy. No, I'm not going to veto it. I loved The Thing. I loved The Thing before I even watched it because of how passionate you guys talked about it. Like, especially you, Cole. It was just like, I don't even know what this film's going to be about, but I know I have to watch it, and I know I have to, take it all in, and goddamn was I not disappointed whatsoever. So, yeah, it definitely belongs in the top 5, no doubt about it, regardless of what list it's on, horror, cult classic, thriller, whatever it may be. It needs to be regarded for what it is, and that's a fucking excellent film.
Yeah, I definitely won't veto because, yeah, like Cole said, it comes into the box office, numbers that I like for a cult classic, and initially, not thought of much, and now, people love it. They say it's probably one of the best horror films of all time, practical effects, 80s, all the cool things that I enjoy about cult classics. So even though I personally, I would say it's more of a cult classic than Pulp Fiction. So actually I like that when we talk about like putting this 3 over 4. I would, because like in my barometer of how much of a cult classic it is, it wins over Pulp Fiction. So I like that there.
Hell yeah.
In my barometer, I would certainly put it lower. But I'm not going to use my veto because I don't want Cole to leave. He's on the breaking point. This is his fave.
We need to
and
the
reason I would put it lower, it is a good movie, of course, and it passes all the Eric checks. I don't think it passes all of my checks, being that people don't dress in costume of it. That if
I'll have Adam Savage cosplay.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know the Adam Savage side.
From the
I bet you at horror cons
Did
people
you not
dress
see
up.
the pumpkin I carved last year,
It's just
Kelley?
not. I did.
What
and
more
it was,
do you want from me?
And it was amazing. I do think that there's a community behind it. I don't know if I would consider it larger than like Pulp Fiction community and fan base and craze, which is why I would probably want it lower, but not enough to push it lower or to use the V word on it. It just isn't as like crazed as Pulp Fiction is.
I would also agree.
But that's because Pulp Fiction was a bigger box office success initially, too.
Yeah, sure. Between us sisters, I think it makes sense for this to be top 3, especially if I'm thinking of like, I'm picturing, like end of Mario Kart, they're all standing on there and I see the thing like VHS tape. It deserves to be on the standing of top 3 for us. So it makes sense.
How do you get from Mario Kart to VHS of The Thing?
Keep up.
The Thing is definitely like a VHS classic too. When I think of VHS films, I think of like
we're just saying like they're
The Thing
on the
should
box,
be
on
on
a shelf
Yeah.
together.
You know when you win Mario Kart because you win every single time, or is that just me? You're always number 1. And then
I
there's
bet
the
you
tiers.
of the people that
No
still
one else
collect
does it but
VHS
Mario
tapes,
Kart.
which there are many people
Double
that still
dash
collect
is my
VHS tapes, and they're actually doing this thing where they're re-releasing VHS tapes right now, or like even new films are getting VHS releases. I think everybody that's into VHS like collecting, they have a copy of The Thing. That sounds about right.
fair.
That and Reanimator, which
The best looking
reviewed
artwork
not
I
long
can
ago.
imagine on a VHS tape. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the big blue background and just
Yeah.
All right, back to me. I shall spin.
He shall spin.
Ooh, the numbers are. Oh my god, I'm gonna get 5. I just picked 6.
That sucks.
Fuck.
He's the
All right,
middleman.
5. All right, so I had Midsummer at 5. Should I pick something that just kind of, or should I hold out?
Tis the question, isn't it?
Yeah. Should I pick something that I think Kevin would like too, but he would want higher? Because I have that right around there.
I see.
Will you get angry if I pick something that
I don't
that you
know.
would want
You'll have
higher?
to find out.
Okay. This is hard.
Is it worth vetoing a top 5 if it's in the top 5? That's what you should ask yourself.
All right, I'll do it. I'm gonna go The Big Lebowski. I'll put it at 5. I initially had this higher, but I don't know if I will get it higher. Kevin, actually it was kind of a 50-50 chance of one of us like getting this in the top 2, I guess. But huge fan base behind it. People dress up like the dude and everybody in it constantly. When there's midnight showings of it, re-releases, re-screenings, people show out in droves just to go to it. The White Russian, it popularized the White Russian. Coen Brothers, what more could you want in a cult classic? This is signed, sealed, delivered, like definitely one of the best cult classics of all time. So I will put it at 5. So it gets on the list and at least in the top 5. Thoughts?
I'm deferring to my co-hosts first.
Yeah, let's go to Kelley first.
It is exactly where I would put it if I was building out a list 1 through 12, which isn't how I did it for myself. I just have a list of movies at my side. But if I did list out a 1 through 12, I think I would put it exactly at 5. So I'm happy with it.
Cool. Cole?
Not giving me much to work with, Kelley.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, I had it a little bit lower, but it was still, in fact, on my list, which is more than I can say about other movies. But yeah, I mean, like, I really like it. I had a Big Lebowski poster up in my dorm room. It was definitely I had a sweet mate that got obsessed with it and would drink White Russians all the time. And one time we went to watch. I don't know.
After they watch this movie, they want to drink White Russians.
Yep, and go bowling.
And go bowling. It literally, just that cultural effect, I think it deserves to be at least in the top 5.
Yeah, and he, it wasn't like a small glass. He would make like big, like giant glasses of it. And he made it one time and we were going to watch a movie or something. And he shows up, he sets it down. We had a futon, immediately kicks the whole thing over, spills it completely all over the carpet. And
very undude, man. Very undude.
Again, we're in a dorm, so cleaning supplies are very limited. So pretty much
it smells like vodka and Kahlua immediately.
Yeah. I think literally in the movie, doesn't somebody put like the dude in an armbar, but he like holds on to his White Russian the whole time?
The whole time, yeah. He gets pushed into the car by the PI.
Yeah. As you do.
All right. Anyway.
No. Very good movie.
Well, not
deserves
PI,
to be on the list
muscle
for
man
sure.
of the...
It changes people after one viewing, and I think everything above 5 should do that to people.
Yeah.
You are not wrong. That's exactly the reason why it's so high. So it's the number 2 on my list, which is why I'm not going to veto, because I don't think that with Kelley and Cole's opinion on it, it's going to get any higher than 5, and that's fine. Top 5 will be good enough for me. I love this film.
This was a strategy here. You wanted their opinions first to see if they could get it higher.
Yeah.
That's why I deferred to them. Exactly.
All right.
I get it.
Good strategy.
So I love this film. Like Kelley said, I was changed after one viewing. I think I saw Raising Arizona before I saw this, so I was familiar with the Coen brothers, and then I watched this film and I was like, holy fucking shitballs. Like, something about it resonated with my mentality about just like life, of just like being just chill as fuck about a lot of things, and maybe being lazy about some other things, and just being the dude as much as I can in a lot of different ways. I recently had the privilege of marrying 2 of my very good friends, and they asked me to be, stand up as their, soda soup minister, and I got ordained in the Church of the Dude. So I'm a dudist priest. Right. That's how much I love The Big Lebowski. I have had a poster on my wall for as long as I can remember. It's one of those physical DVDs that I keep, Blu-rays that I keep like enshrined on my desk, and it's just, I love it. It's I'm one of those people that if you ever got me one of the replica dude sweaters, I'd probably love you for life. It's like, it's just a big, I am that cult. I am the cult of the dude, and I belong to it 1,000%, and I'm just glad that we're recognizing it for what it is just something super unique, and is quoted for days and days and days, and sticks around in the psyche of Americana in general, and I just love this movie. So thank you for at least putting it up in the top 5, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I personally had it at, I believe, number 2 on my list. So, actually, crossed over there with Coven. So, I think that worked out for both of us either way. All right, on to Kelley. Shall I spin?
You shall.
Kelley?
You shall.
Okay.
Permission granted.
And you are number 1.
Hey, number 1.
Holy shit.
Oh, I hate this pressure.
Oh my god.
But I also love it.
We're gonna destroy
because
you.
if you guys are gonna veto this, you are vetoing the meaning of a cult classic. Guess. Go ahead. Guess what it is.
Oh, it's
it
if
Repo?
it's not Rocky, then we're not talking about real
It's
movies.
Rocky.
So
Okay.
The
Rocky.
meaning of a cult classic.
All right.
Eric
My
and I
number
just
one as
went and
well.
saw-
It's number
Yeah.
one for me
there.
too.
I would
So.
Yeah.
vetoed it right away. Sorry.
Yep. So that one's going number one for me. I mean, what else do I need to say? You guys already did
Exactly.
a whole episode on it. If you're listening and want to hear some of the reasoning why, you can listen to the fellas talk about it. It's so important to me.
Hey,
I didn't even
there's
want to
one woman on
discuss it even more. And a guest woman, of course, but the fellas that they know, the ones I'm talking to. But I didn't hear anything from Cole, so is he gonna throw it out?
No, I mean, I think it belongs in a cult classic for sure. But, given the context that it has been having like the longest release time frame, it's grossed over $170 million. So I just don't know.
Eat it,
initially
Eric.
Successful. No, this
it in
follows
here.
what I say. It wasn't initially successful. It was actually thrown out of theaters for like 9 months before it actually got like a normal showing anywhere. So this follows my definition. It was not
Start
initially
off with that
successful.
so strongly.
Is this movie the reason why the word cult classic even exists, or am I wrong
Maybe.
in thinking that?
I mean, I think I think there's a very good argument that this is like one of the pinnacle and like definitions of a
Think
cult
about it.
classic, for sure.
1975 is long enough
Literally
ago,
dressed
right?
up as a.
There's
still
Yeah.
not many
shadow
other
casts and
movies
dressed up,
on
yeah.
our lists, I guarantee you, that are earlier than 1975. Not a lot. There might be some, but like that's pretty
Right.
old as far as like memorable, indelible marks on cinematic history. And I think that this is the reason, like you just said, that we have this conversation to begin with. It's absolutely number one on my list. It's on number one on multiple lists on the internet all over the place. The shadow casts, the screenings, the freaking callbacks, the screaming at the screen, like all of the
Yeah.
reasons
Literal props
and above
that they throw in
Right.
the air when things happen
Yeah,
during the
it's
movie.
like what all
it's
of these
incredible.
other movies I could see becoming in the future. I think that is. I mean, it's the quintessential cult classic, and it only
really is.
becomes more
Absolutely.
alive
Yeah.
every year. And it's the same movie that everyone keeps watching, but we want to recreate the characters, recontextualize the story, all of that kind of thing. So
I haven't seen a reshowing of The Big Lebowski, but I could imagine that at least people will say, "Shut the fuck up, Donnie," whenever
Oh, yeah.
that happens in the movie.
yeah,
I'm sure.
That probably has to happen. That's a
picture
good
all
call
of
and
these
answer.
other
And a bunch
movies with
of
a
White
shadow
Russians being
cast,
stuck
and
in.
Yeah.
yes, everyone's wearing like the dude garb. Eric, who were we talking
yeah,
with
everyone's
where
got
we were talking
bathrobes
about shadow casting the Big Lebowski? Was that with Lamb, who's been on this show?
Yeah, I think that was with Lamb.
There's like entire festivals
It was on-
dedicated to
Yeah.
the Big Lebowski, like
But
full
much like
blown
Rocky
weekends.
Horror, yeah. We were talking about like who would us in our friend group. We got to cast everybody. I'm very happy to say I got the spot of the dude. But when it comes to Rocky Horror, I want to play the spot of Magenta.
Yes.
I'm
Perfect.
gonna be Riff Raff.
Riff Raff.
He was the best.
Yep, I like being an alien, man. It's just cool.
I would
Oh,
like
yeah.
to be the lips at the start, but I think I could also be. I think I could actually do Frankenfurter if you really got me,
Tall enough heels.
pumped up and ready to
Yep.
go. I
But
think
that
I
would be
could do
cool.
it.
Short King Frankenfurter would actually be a pretty fucking.
Tim Curry was
sweet.
actually like 5'9", so
Was he? Wow.
Yeah.
He definitely feels.
Wait a
He definitely
second.
feels much
Just looks
taller on
Eric.
that
a
film.
lot taller.
That's your height.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy
That's when
shit.
And I'm only 5'10", so
when
what
I
the
saw
fuck am
Tim
I talking
Curry was
about over here?
5'9", I was like, oh my god, all right, I can do it. All right.
You guys are not short king status, but kings
Your
regardless.
father, though,
realized.
is a short king. He is
Yes,
the
my
short
father
king in
is-
my life.
Yes,
I love that
he's
man.
5 foot tall. So, all right.
Anyway.
Let's go to Kevin.
Yes.
His second pick.
Oh, please don't give
All
me
right,
number two.
I will do I'll say the list again. Right now we have 12, The Breakfast Club. We have nothing at 11 through 7. 6, we have Midsummer. 5, we have The Big Lebowski. 4, we have the Pulp Fiction. 3, we have The Thing. 2, nothing. 1, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Ooh, he will land at 2.
Are you shitting me?
Yep, you were
God
you
damn
were
it.
literally like a C-word hair away from 11.
Ew.
I fucking hate this. Okay,
It's
all right.
gross.
all
C-word.
right.
I didn't say the actual
No,
word.
it's somehow
Come on.
that's grosser. Somehow that's worse.
I have no idea what this is going to
Wet ass P
do
word.
to you all, but we're just gonna jump right into this. Actually, I don't know if I want to jump right into this. I don't know. Should I make it a little more vague? Because I know what I'm going to say.
We still
It's just a matter
all
of
have our
how do I
vetoes,
wanna
by the
get
way.
it. I know, right? Exactly. Okay, so this might be the perfect time to veto, so I'm just going to go with it anyway. It is the 1993 animated classic Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. That is what I am throwing in there at number 2.
Fuck you. Get that out of here. I veto.
Then
All right, Cole,
Veto immediately.
initial
Boom.
veto right away from
I don't
Cole.
even need to defend myself. I'm done.
Okay.
It's fine. The only argument for me is out of all of these Disney, Pixar-y, whatever films, all of them, this is the one that has cult classic status, the one that subverts the Disney side of it, the one that
That's
most
true, but it
people
feels
latch
so
on to
corporate.
outside of it. And now that I can't disagree with, and it definitely belongs on this list somewhere. I'm just going with what my initial listing was, and I wanted to stick with it. So, plus here we are for an opportunity for vetoes. So, fuck you.
I don't
and
think it
veto
belongs
me. But
on
don't
this
fuck you.
list
I
at
love you
all.
all. So if you don't believe it. Oh, all right. Well, fine. Then you can do that too. I'm gonna veto it the next time I put it on there with my other pick, you asshole.
Well, you
I don't
can't.
have any more
Yeah, he
vetoes.
uses one.
Well, let's get on this list somewhere, and you can't
It
stop
was
me.
it was a
I'm
mercy
glad
veto.
Cole used
Like
it
I
'cause
won't
was
let
gonna
you
use it
just
if I.
You all
Yeah.
three of you were going to use it. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
maybe.
That really pissed off Cole because you would have put it right in front of the thing too. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't let that
absolutely.
He's
Yeah,
protecting
all right,
the spot.
Kevin. What's you have another pick?
At 2? Jesus
He
fucking
picks 2
Christ.
again.
Yeah, you
Well,
just
yeah.
vetoed
I
the
mean, what
movie.
else am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Boondock Saints is my next highest rated one. So.
Oh. Boondock Saints at
Saints.
2.
Much
Oh.
better.
Boondock
It's
Saints.
not better than The Thing, but it is much better than.
Should I
veto.
veto this just to make
I
you?
veto.
Because
Sorry.
I have
Kelly
one
just did it.
specific...
Kelly just did it.
Okay, Kelly.
Kevin's gonna
Kelly
make
veto.
everybody
That's fine. I
burn
don't.
all
Look,
of their
look.
vetoes.
You all kind of knew this could happen.
Yeah.
It's just the reality. So, and I'm going literally just down my list, and this is just the way it is. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
I feel like the book is better than. The book is better than the movie.
Every book's better than the movie. What are you
Yeah,
talking
well,
about,
it's
man?
just like I'm not a huge fan of the movie. I think the book is like
I mean, I don't.
that. The book to me is what makes that like whole.
If I knew
lore
these
great.
were my 3 options, I'd go back to Nightmare Before Christmas.
No.
If I veto
can use
this,
your veto.
I don't know if you're going to
Because
pick
remember,
the film
if you
that
do
I
that,
think
then-
actually deserves to be at 2. Fuck.
Because remember, if you do vote this, don't I have to put whatever my number 7 movie is, regardless?
I guess 7 through 11, I don't care as much. You know.
Well, yes or no? Do I give you
That
my
means
next
he could
movie?
pick anything for the next
Kevin,
movie.
you're
This is
destroying this
broken.
whole channel.
I'm sorry, guys. It's my life.
All right, yeah, I'm going to veto it.
All right. And the next one is Fight Club.
Perfect.
right.
I'm happy with that. Okay.
All right,
Fight Club
I
is
can
number
live
2.
with that. I think
Ooh.
I wouldn't personally put it at 2, but like I think people will actually look at that and be like, okay, 2, that makes sense for Fight Club.
Respectfully, of
'cause-
everything you just said, that one's so much better than the
Yeah.
other options.
Yeah. Okay. We all used our vetoes though.
We did it. I like my movies. I'm a big
Wipe-
fan
wipe
of
the
both
sweat
Boondock
away.
Saints and Nightmare Before Christmas. Although Boondock Saints really is a true cult classic. Like,
If you
come
put that
on.
anywhere 7 through 11, I don't mind. It's just 2.
I mean, I'm heartbroken. I might not ever speak again. No.
Well, you gotta pick
I'm
again,
not.
Kevin.
We all have an opinion. We're all
Yeah.
fine
Well,
on our opinion.
I think it's good that we used our vetoes actually at number 2 because I feel like
Number
if
2 is a
somebody-
really big number. It's,
If
and
somebody
since
saw Nightmare
3
Before
through 6,
Christmas
yeah.
or Boondock Saints, I mean Boondock Saints, some people might be like, "All right, I really love that movie. That's a cult classic." But I don't. Do you think Boondock Saints has really lasted with time though? Like I don't hear anybody like dressing up.
They're
as
making another one. Come
are-
on, they're keeping it rolling.
Fight Club has lasted with time to its
Norman
detriment
Reedus
in a way, but like people
got
really
a
do dress up,
TV
as
show?
Fight Club and Fight Club characters, and it's really like lasted in the pop culture lexicon. So I'm fine with that too.
I think Fight Club definitely is can be argued to be at number 2, 100%.
Quotable, classical, constantly referenced. Hits all the
Now,
points
here's
for
my
me.
question: is your anger at
Brad
both of my
Pitt.
other questions because they're not cult classics, or just not cult classics
those
you
are-
enjoy?
Those are cult classics. I don't think they belonged at 2.
Yeah, like one of them is Hot Topic cult classic. The other one is like redneck cult classic, and then we got Fight Club.
What was the redneck one? Oh, Fear and Loathing? Fear and
No,
Loathing is
I think
not a
redneck. I think you mean just like drug people.
Boondocks.
I think is what he's
Boondocks
trying to
is-
say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Boondock
yeah.
Saints is definitely big in like the redneck.
Okay, okay.
Oh, I
culture.
also said Fear and
Here's-
Loathing in Las Vegas that got
Yeah,
featured
I
as
forgot
well.
about that.
So all three.
I don't think I like the movie's fine. It's just not like a classic to me.
I wouldn't put it up there. I said that I vetoed Boondock Saints because I don't know shit about the movie. I've never seen it, and nothing comes to my brain as a very visual person of what the
Yeah,
hell
it's-
that movie's even about. I
Right,
have no
and
idea.
to put it at number 2, I can see why that'd be
Yeah.
like, no, we're not having that.
It was
Yeah.
big, like when I was a teenager, like
Yeah.
amongst specifically amongst like teenage boys. I think because it was so violent, and I don't know. It has the
British
whole
teenage boys.
Irish Boston thing going on, but
All right. I stand corrected.
either way,
Thank you all.
we have our number 2 pick. That's Fight
I
Club.
definitely had some bias towards that towards the top of my list. So, like I said, like Big Lebowski was my number 2 overall, which is where I would have slotted that if I had the opportunity, but I didn't. So I did the next best thing.
Well, this is the fun of blind rankings, I guess. but,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And I'm right to my opinion, and so do you, and that's wonderful of all of this. And I
All
won't
right, so
hate
now we
any
have
of you
our
for
top
it.
6.
And I'm the one with a
filled
veto
up.
left, so haha. But not that it really matters because it's 7 through 11. So what the fuck am I gonna do with it?
All right, now we have our top
Revenge.
6. 6 is Midsummer, 5 is The Big Lebowski, 4 is Pulp Fiction, 3 is The Thing, 2 is Fight Club, 1 is The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Very cool. All right, Cole.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Cole's second pick. Spin.
Yeah.
You will get number 8.
8. I will go with. See, I got like, you know what? I'm in a Blade Runner. I'm going with Blade Runner.
That's cool by me. I mean,
Yeah.
fits
have
my
zero
initially
opinion.
not successful thing
Yeah.
parameter. And yeah,
Don't hate me. I've never seen it.
You never saw the original? Really?
Nope.
I thought
Not even the new one either.
I thought we've talked about it on here,
No,
but
if we did,
maybe
I
not.
certainly
You
did
should
not
watch
say
it.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Super, super good.
I'm
like
pretty
like
sure
the
I got
gritty
the idea behind it. But.
neon future that it sets up. I think it does like really good world building, really cool costume designs, interesting story.
Is that Harrison Ford,
and-
right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Harrison Ford's in it, and he's pretty awesome. And the sequel is even like builds on it, and
Yep.
I think the sequel might be even a little bit better, to be honest.
Agree.
So like very, very good movie. I think it's it was not successful. I think it came out, was Blade Runner or the same came out at the same time as The Thing and E.T. Is that, I think that's like
Yeah, I
the
think that
trio
was,
of
like,
movies that came
Back
out in like a
back and
week.
forth, yeah.
So
answer me this as someone
that
who's never
might be
seen
the only
it.
reason the other ones failed the box
What
office. is E.T.
differentiates
Yeah.
it away from the rest
E.T.
of the sci-fi movies or anything about AI?
I think it's
or
more
replicants and all
grounded
that?
and gritty, and it's not like a futuristic that's all like fantasy where everything is like fixed. There's like a very like gritty and like social economic and just it's the future that is
More depressing for sure.
Yeah, if you're living up in the skyscrapers looking at the clouds, it's beautiful, but it's set mostly from the ground level of those giant skyscrapers.
And because of the time that it was released, like doing a futuristic film at that point is pretty groundbreaking to be able to do robots and replicants and all sorts
And
of
it's
shit
like
in the future.
Yeah, one of those first like AI films. Like, I mean, I would say 2001: A Space Odyssey was kind of like the first like film.
Yeah.
One of the very like the biggest like first film about AI. But Blade Runner, although it came out like around I think 13 years later or so, maybe 14, I don't know. But it definitely like was the next like kind of huge AI film to do with AI and sci-fi, and obviously like I don't know, it wasn't as big at first because E.T., like Cole was saying, came out around that time, and I read this also about The Thing that people just like they saw E.T. and then all of the more depressing sci-fi films that came out, they initially just didn't like them because E.T. was such a friendly film about
Yeah, so
aliens
cuddly-
and everything.
cuddly
yeah,
and
and
cute.
So they heard about Blade Runner and The Thing, and they were like, I don't want to watch that depressing shit, and they just didn't go see it. And then
Yeah. I think
it
Blade
eventually
Runner is
got
very much like
bigger.
it tells the story of like the more things change, the more things stay the same. Like the problems that the hero goes through and everything are very much just problems that we still have today. It's just now it's shrouded in darkness and neon lights, and there's the replicants and all these other aspects.
So much rain.
And so much rain.
Like tears and rain.
Like tears and rain. And also, do androids dream of electric sheep? I mean, that's the question that still haunts my mind. I wish I could know.
And without
know,
Blade
I
Runner,
just
probably
have to
would have
know.
get Ex
What?
Machina. So
Wait, what?
That's the
I
short
think
story that Blade
that's-
Runner was
yeah.
based off of.
Electric sheep.
Do androids dream of electric sheep?
Oh, I
by
mean, I
Philip
suppose
K.
because they're
Dick.
electric humans, so that makes sense. I like that.
easy.
Great question.
Yes.
Answered.
That is a short
Next.
story.
Yeah,
But yeah, I like that at number 8.
yeah, that's good.
Especially because, like, for me, it's such. I was talking about visuals coming to mind right away. Blade Runner's a very much like inject my head with visuals. It's a striking movie that I think inspired a lot of the sci-fi genre after it. So I'm very happy with it being on a cult classic list for sure. And I agree with you, Cole, that the remake of it was really like, it just paid so much honors to what came before it while like altering it in a way and kind of making it its own. I think it's a perfect example of if you're going to remake a movie that's already beloved to make a new movie that's equally beloved. Like it was a really good sequel.
Yeah.
I'm excited to check it out. I love synthwave, like dark synthwave music, like
Oh,
just
you'll
stuff
fucking
that you
love
can,
Blade Runner. What are we,
like, just
what are we
drive
Definitely
at
doing?
watch
night.
that for this podcast at some
All right,
point.
Kevin, you and I after this pod, we're watching it.
All right, so Blade Runner at number 8. And so, yeah, I won't do the top 6 again until later, but right now our 12 through 7, all we have is Breakfast Club at 12 and Blade Runner at 8. And I am up next, and I shall spin. I pretty much already know what I want to put in here because it's not on the list, and it probably won't make it on the list.
Low stakes now.
Woo!
Yeah, the
9.
stakes are all gone. Yeah.
All right, I got 9, and this is my last pick, and I just really want this on the list, so I will put
Kevin,
a Clockwork Orange here at number 9.
What, Cole?
A Clockwork.
I was about to say, Kevin, you could do something real funny right now. He said he's got to be on the list.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm feeling a little bit like you can't put it on there, buddy.
I mean, if you really want to do that, I do have.
I have never seen A Clockwork Orange, so I will absolutely not
Oh, shit.
use my veto
Okay.
on a movie that I've never seen because that would just be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
That's
it
fair.
involves a dude and bats
But
and some torture and some angry
People
British
still dress
people.
up as it. It wasn't initially successful because it
was
I think
booked,
initially
too.
got an X rating, and it was so like offensive to some people and disturbing that not a lot of people went to initially see it. And then over time, it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's now considered, largely considered one of the top 100 films of all time, and one of Stanley Kubrick's best films. And yeah, definitely. I mean, you probably see somebody every Halloween dress up as Alex DeLarge, and in the get up of the Clockwork Orange gang, a Clockwork Orange gang. So I think it deserves to be there. I initially had that at number 1 on my list, actually. And so I was trying to veto Kevin at number 2 into Clockwork Orange, but I guess he just didn't have that anywhere close because he never saw it. So
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
okay.
that's exactly right. So it's hard for
That
me
is
to put.
fair.
I know it's on my list. It's on everybody's list, but for me, I can't value it if I've never
Yeah.
seen it.
So does Kelley? What do you think?
Kubrick alert! Kubrick alert! I think that has to be done every time for a film podcast. I wish that it was higher, but I'm happy with
Yeah.
it at 9. I feel like it doesn't, as much as it's one of my most favorite movies, and the fact that I didn't number my list, but it's the first one I wrote down on my list. I think it has to make an appearance. I think that I would probably put it higher. But what I was going to say is it's not as ravenous of a fan group as I think some of these other movies have. I think that it's not lasting throughout the years as much as these other movies. And I don't know why. I wish that it did more. I mean, it has its own even language throughout the movie. I've read the book through twice. I think that it's such a good story. And I think the movie's beautiful. I wish more people were great fans of it. So I would put it higher on a personal one, but for us as this podcast and as our top 12, 9 is a fair appearance.
Cole, you good with it?
Yeah, I mean, I have no powers anymore, but I think it
yeah,
belongs on the list.
Everybody says Kevin.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. It is a wild ride. I will say I think anyone that the first time they watch it is quite an experience because it is.
Yeah, talk about a movie that changes you.
Yeah, it is a wild ride. It is confusing. It's intriguing. It's very good, very well done, and it's not surprising that it wasn't successful, and I am not surprised that it had an X rating, but I'm also not surprised that it has such a good following and has, gotten, I would say, its flowers that it deserved, and tells a very interesting and captivating story, so it deserves to be on the list.
Yeah. We're definitely going to get some old school film fans that are going to be pissed that Midsommar is above Blade Runner and A Clockwork Orange, but whatever.
It's
Fuck
okay,
'em.
that's like their opinion, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, there's only one cult.
That's what the dude would say.
Right now.
That's right.
That's
Yeah,
my
true.
problem.
That's
Your
right.
opinion, movie.
Man.
And I feel like for films in the last 10 years that are in the pop culture lexicon, I would say Midsommar
Midsummer's
way
very
up there.
high up there, yeah.
Yeah, for
100%.
films that weren't, initially super successful in theaters, but a little successful, I guess. Yeah. All right. Now we will go to Kelley for her second pick. Spin.
Man, I have a lot of power here. I can just throw one out. Kevin has the only opportunity to shut me up.
Just
you
say
get
some really obscure movie.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Yes.
Number 10, I think that we could use another musical here.
I know what you're going to do.
Rocky Horror started it. I'm actually not going to put my favorite movie on this list because I don't think it has enough of a...
No reason.
So,
Wow.
I mean,
Really
I never heard of Repo before she
Yeah.
said it.
Yep.
Whether that's for worth anything, I don't know enough movies, but
however, it's in my back pocket if I hear a V word. It's
fair.
back here. It's my all-time fave, and I'll talk about it for days.
I
but I think
want to
that there's
review it.
another
I
movie-
want to review a whole episode on Repo the Genetic Opera. Are you kidding me?
We could do that.
There's
That
another
falls under
movie here
A24 vibes.
that is also a musical. It's also going to give us some 70s, 80s vibes. Probably not as big of a cult classic, but if you ever listen to the album, you should probably have seen the movie. This is going to be Pink Floyd The Wall.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
on my list too.
Yep.
Very
Good.
cool. Very cool.
All right. I'm happy that's on here. And
Me too.
That also,
Me too.
Yeah, that was on our, top, or that's on the top 100 cult classic films.
Sorry,
of
it
all
was when I
time
say my
on
list, it was
IMDb,
the
yeah.
top 20 before I whittled it down. So it was definitely up there for me. I've got really great
never
memories.
seen it.
Sorry, I know Kelly, you're gonna tell about it, but watching it in high school, doing that quintessential, dude, let's get really fucking stoned and watch Pink Floyd The Wall and put the radio, the music on, and it was the whole thing.
Yeah.
I loved that film. It was trippy as hell. I love Pink Floyd. I love all the albums. I love the music. I love that film exists at all. It's just cool as shit. Just awesome
Yeah.
choice.
Cole, you definitely need to put this on your soon to watch list.
I'm looking
Kevin,
at it
I've
right
seen it
now.
many, many times. I think I was in middle school when a kid from my youth group at church lent me the DVD.
What?
Scandalous.
And it was the first time I ever saw titties on screen. Oh my god.
Titties!
But very quickly,
I need to watch this now.
I was very familiar with Pink Floyd even by the time I was listening to this, but to get the full context of what the whole concept of The Wall is amazing to watch. I think that it's just a really good movie regardless. And many, many shout outs to the illustrationist Gerald Scarfe, who does all of the animations and illustrations and drawings throughout the movie, because those live rent-free in my head and are some of the most impactful artistry of my entire life. I love, love, love all the drawings throughout this movie and for that whole album. But I think it's just an amazing movie, and if they had shadow casts to it, I'd be there every single month. I'm a huge, huge fan.
Yeah. I don't think we get a ton of people dressing up as characters from Pink Floyd The Wall,
There's
but
not much you can do that makes it recognizable.
But it has that following, especially amongst stoners too, or just people that do psychedelic drugs. Even though Kelley is neither of those people,
Thank you.
but stoners is people that do psychedelics fucking love The Wall, and it's a cult classic for that reason. People just turn
Also,
it on
like,
at night.
Yeah, when Pink Floyd comes
You
to your
just fall
head,
asleep
like
to the wall.
No,
Your
they,
first
like,
thought
just
when you think of,
sit
like-
and spin to it.
You're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong
when you
at
think
all.
of Pink Floyd, you think of the prism for Dark Side of the Moon, but you might also think then of the hammers that are marching.
Yeah.
And that's the wall, and they animate the whole thing in the movie, and it's just
Tear down the wall.
phenomenal.
The whole thing. Oh my god, I want to watch it right now. It's just so good.
All right. So now we only have 7 and 11 left, and I will say the list again. 12, we got The Breakfast Club.
It's
11's not picked. 10 is Pink Floyd, The Wall. 9 is A Clockwork Orange. 8 is Blade Runner. 7, not picked. 6 is Midsummer. 5 is The Big Lebowski. 4 is Pulp Fiction. 3 is The Thing. 2 is Fight Club. And 1 is The Rocky Horror Picture Show. All right, and it goes to
Jesus
Kevin,
Christ.
who can
Don't
either
pick
get 7
Don't give me
or
7.
11.
Please don't give me 7.
No one has
7,
vetoes.
11.
I don't, because I'm gonna pick something nobody wants,
yourself.
and no one's gonna be able to veto me, and it's gonna be a whole fucking thing.
You get 11, Kevin.
Thank God.
Don't worry.
All right, I am going to go ahead and slot in The Princess Bride at number 11. I could have put it at 7, but I feel like I need to at least put it on this list regardless. It was either really honestly between The Princess Bride and Napoleon Dynamite, and neither of those you guys like or want. So at this point,
like
I'm
Napoleon
just gonna
Dynamite.
go.
I love Napoleon Dynamite.
I mean,
love
I can
Napoleon
like I
Princess
know it's
Bride.
against the rules, but like Eric, if you will allow me, I would also put Napoleon Dynamite at this spot. So
Can't do both.
Can
Yeah.
I veto myself? Is that allowed? And then save my veto, like just get rid of the veto for the last thing.
Dude, I have
Yeah,
free range.
well,
All right, I'm
to do
vetoing
whatever
myself,
I
and I'm putting
want.
Napoleon Dynamite in here instead.
That's your
Okay.
veto.
That's my
Yeah,
veto.
we
It's
bullied
done.
him into compliance.
Let's go. Well, I honestly love that film too. So it's like I can argue both of them at this spot. I think that they're both really quality cult classics. They have some awesome, memorable casts. They have followings to this day on both of them. There are folks that dress up for all of them in both of the situations, like both Halloweens and just parties in general. I think if you ever did another showing of either of these in major cities, people would show up to them, especially if our actors, John Huber shows up. That's his name, right? For the, Napoleon Dynamite. Or, well, Andre the Giant's dead. Billy Crystal, is he still alive? I don't even think so. Anyway,
Yeah.
Princess Bride got some just great memories.
Napoleon Dynamite's a cult classic with our generation.
Yeah, that's for sure.
100%.
Do we agree
I
that Princess Bride is also considered one? Just may not be top
Yeah.
12.
I would
I mean,
say for-
I
Yeah.
think it 100%. And a lot of people probably have it way higher than, it probably a lot of people probably have it in the top 5. I know.
I think it's my
that
dad's favorite movie.
Yes, I know a lot of people that absolutely love it and think
I
it's
guess
their
it
favorite.
didn't make a
movie.
ton of money initially.
But it is,
And I think that's a
don't
big
know,
thing
like,
too, is like you said, it could have absolutely disappeared into obscurity. It's not like anything really notable from cinematography or anything else standpoint, and it didn't make a ton of money, but it's really a film that has absolutely stood the test of time. And I'm talking about the Princess Bride, but Napoleon Dynamite stands. I mean, what else can you say? It's like a film that not really defined a generation, but it was kind of like one of those films that everybody
So
knew,
quotable.
everybody talked about, everybody, whatever.
Yeah,
It was
and,
so outside of the norm. Like nobody,
Right.
like it,
you
like
go.
here, like lived the life that Napoleon Dynamite did. I don't think it's like even like a relatable movie, but it's an understandable one at the same time. And the
feel like
characters
people-
are so immediately lovable. Much like I like that it's just above the Breakfast Club. They both give me the same kind of feels in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
People relate with the outcast feeling of Napoleon Dynamite, even if they're not like Napoleon Dynamite. I think they relate with the feeling of like being in like a little band of outcasts. I would say, which
And
is
you're still
what
cheering
Napoleon
for him by the
Dynamite
end
and
of the film.
Pedro create.
Which is great. Like you still want him to succeed, and you still want him to, he'd be the hero, which, is great. And for a tiny little film that really is totally unassuming, that no one really thought was
Yeah.
going to probably be what it turned into being, which is, the whole definition of a cult classic. in
Yeah,
its own-
and it wasn't initially like it wasn't that popular at first, but I remember like probably maybe a month or two after it started really picking up steam, and then Hot Topic put the Vote for Pedro shirts in Hot Topic,
I
and
remember
everybody bought those, and then it like spread like wildfire.
2004, right? So that's perfectly quintessential generation time,
Yeah.
like just seeing it explode in front of our eyes. And
I'm happy that's also our second film post 2000, because we were about to fill up this list with a bunch of films from before 2000. So I'm happy there's another post 2000 film on here.
Well, there
I
you
had a
go. I use my own
sleepover.
veto on myself, and I'm okay with it.
I had a sleepover for my birthday, and it was probably like 6th grade, where I made everybody watch Napoleon Dynamite with me. And it was a divisive movie at the time, because either you loved it or you hated it. You just did not get it, and it was annoying. And I think like half the girls at the party were like, what the heck kind of party am I at? But they all changed their mind later when some kid started running for student government, and he recreated the Liger poster like Napoleon Dynamite does for Pedro to vote for him. And he was the cute guy that everyone had a crush on. So suddenly they're like, yeah, I've seen Napoleon Dynamite too. It's a good movie. Like, you bitches.
You're welcome, bitch.
I'm thinking of you now.
Nice.
I just
good
think about,
conversation.
what
Hey,
Napoleon
number-
Dynamite
Napoleon
did
Dynamite.
for the tot community. I mean, those tater
Tot
tots
community.
those
Yeah.
sales had to just
Tater tots,
skyrocket.
yeah, man.
Definitely.
And what
Everybody
cargo
loved
pants
them,
in
yeah.
general, like, you gotta put tots in your
Tots.
pockets.
So I
Pots,
bet you cargo
frickin'
pants
ham.
got bigger then, but then remember Superbad? Like somebody was wearing cargo pants, and then somebody was like,
real
"What are you, a Vietnam veteran?"
No one's got
Cargo
a hand
pants.
job in cargo
Wait.
pants since Nam.
yeah, that was it. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Cole. On that note, I'll do. Actually, no. We'll wait to do the whole list. Number 7.
This is a hard one because no one can tell me no. which
Yeah,
makes me
nobody can tell you no.
it's like there's so I want to put so I was thinking I should put The Lighthouse in because I absolutely love The Lighthouse, and I like, it feels like a cult classic, but also I feel like it was one of those A24 movies that gained so much traction and notoriety so fast. I don't really think it is a cult classic, but I do really like it. So I'm going to do one of my favorite A24 movies that I don't think a lot of people have ever watched, and I know we watched it and we all talked about it. It's one of my favorites, and it's The Rover.
Ooh. I mean,
Yeah.
it just doesn't
Everyone's
have
gonna
much
be
of a.
disappointed.
It doesn't have much of a fan,
Definitely
following.
should not. Well, and if I would have vetoed it, he vetoed it. He would have done The Lighthouse anyway. So
Yeah,
we're stuck
the
with an
Lighthouse
A24,
is more of a fan
no matter
following, so it's just kind of. Yeah, that might be the one on the list where I look at it, and I'm like, I'm not sure that's a cult classic.
like he
but-
said,
Wow.
and nobody can
All
tell
right,
him
fine.
no.
Put Starship Troopers on it, and we'll call it a day.
I mean,
I'm okay with Starship Troopers. I would
love
consider that a
Starship
cult
Troopers. I
classic.
think
All
that's
right, put
fucking
Starship
fantastic.
Troopers on that bad boy.
Yeah, fucking Starship
All right.
Troopers, peer pressure.
It's just the Rover, like people that know A24, it's like an A24 deep cut, but like I just don't know anybody that really knows that film. So
Yeah.
Starship Troopers is fine.
Well, I know it, Eric.
Yeah.
And I care about that dog.
All right, let's do some honorable mentions. What are some things that we didn't put on the lists?
Donnie
Big
Darko.
Trouble, Big
Donnie
Trouble in
Darko is
Little
a big
China.
one. Yep.
Yeah.
The Wicker Man.
I have the Labyrinth
Scarface.
on mine.
I put Labyrinth on mine. I don't necessarily
Office
love
Space.
the movie, but people do.
Yeah. I also have
Space.
Clerks. Clerks on mine, and The Room as well.
Sure.
Texas
I had-
Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, I had
that shows
Mandy
up on some lists. Yeah.
because it's a good cult movie. Mandy's a good cult
I
movie.
put Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny.
That
That's an
actually might
interesting
work.
call.
Yeah.
I love that film. I don't know if it's
I
on my
think that
top
would be
12, but
such
definitely
a good
love that
one
film.
to do a shadow cast. I see the props. I see the fan base.
Oh, absolutely.
The two other A24 films I thought that are definitely considered cult classics are The Witch and Pearl. People dress up as Pearl all the time. And then
Pearl or X.
The
right?
Witch. Yeah, The Witch is now... I saw a list the other day considering it like one of the top 50 horror films of all time. So The Witch is critically gotten a lot more acclaim over the years. So
How about Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
yeah,
That was
Monty
also
Python.
Classic.
on one of my calls, on my honorable mentions for sure.
Yeah.
I would have vetoed
Star-
it every time fairly. I just don't like it, but it is a cult classic.
Being John
Scarface?
Malkovich,
Being John Malkovich. And Scarface.
Scarface,
Yep.
Army of Darkness.
Yes, Army of Darkness was on my list.
This is Spinal Tap.
Oh,
I
And
didn't
my
even see
last
that.
one
that was pretty
has-
successful.
Has anyone else seen UHF?
No.
Weird Al.
No.
No.
Nope.
All right, well, I can't really roll the riff on it. Weird Al's only real, like, cinematic full-length feature role, comedy ridiculousness, early 90s.
1989. What?
Oh, 89, so yeah, late 80s, early 90s. Incredible.
And
Like,
then,
when I say incredible, you have to love Weird Al to love that film. If you don't love Weird Al, if you don't appreciate him, then you probably don't care.
Ex Machina, that wasn't super successful at first, and now is considered like one of the best films of all time. So, yeah.
Hard boiled.
Hard-
Classic Japanese, or not Japanese, Korean action movie.
Yeah. And okay, people put this, or at least on our IMDb list, they put Kill Bill, Volume 1.
I don't
So,
think so.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I would agree
is
that
cult
Tarantino
classic?
only should get one.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I didn't want it on the list. I was just saying, that that was another honorable mention.
that is pretty high.
Well, did you see 12 Monkeys is pretty high up here? On,
I did.
The IMDb list.
Which I was very surprised to see it even on the list, let alone that high on the list, because I feel like no one has seen it. I think it's a great movie. I made you guys watch
I've
it.
never
for,
seen it.
for
You've seen it,
Christmas.
but I've never seen it.
I think I posted, or I saw a Reddit post that, like, put 12 Monkeys. It's, like, one of the best Christmas films, too. So, and I think I saw people, like, talking about 12 Monkeys on that post.
Yeah.
Christmas.
And I think
we got Christmas
There is
films
a
coming
random,
up.
like...
Let's
Yeah.
watch some 12 Monkeys.
Did it?
We chose Die Hard for our Christmas film.
Yeah, I know, but like I'm hosting, so I could change my mind.
You want to change it to 12 Monkeys?
I don't know. Do I?
All right.
Let's wrap up.
Okay.
Let's wrap up the cult classics. Huh?
Okay, so our top 12 for the cult, our top 12 greatest cult classics of all time, blind ranking. Number 12, we have The Breakfast Club. Number 11, we have Napoleon Dynamite. Number 10, we have Pink Floyd, The Wall. Number 9, we have A Clockwork Orange. Number 8, we have Blade Runner. Number 7, we have Starship Troopers. Number 6, we have Midsummer. Number 5, we have The Big Lebowski. Number 4, we have Pulp Fiction. Number 3, we have The Thing. Number 2, we have Fight Club. And number 1, we have The Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm pretty happy with that list.
It's a good list. It's a good list,
say
guys.
so too.
We did a good
Solid-
job.
solid
Compromise
blind
a little
ranking.
bit, and
Yeah.
you know,
It works for us.
pretty good. I'm sorry that I caused so much controversy with my lack
It's
of
fine.
It's all right.
movie
That's what
knowledge.
vetoes are for. Yeah.
You'll keep me in check.
It's
all right.
good.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening, everyone. And please rate and subscribe to us if you like this. Please comment on the episode. You can now comment on Spotify, but also find us on social media anywhere, and you will be able to comment there. Tell us you like our list. Tell us we're a bunch of buffoons and that A Clockwork Orange should be one, or Napoleon Dynamite should be one. I don't know what what you're into.
If you
but,
write us a really nice 5-star review, I'll read it on air in my announcer
Yeah.
voice. So
He's got a good voice.
You just gotta, just write a 5-star review, and I will read it on air with your name on
about
it. Come on,
well,
it'll be
thank
fun.
you so much for listening, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
A24